Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. All right, so today we have the moon in Cancer. Likely themes today around getting in touch with the more internal aspects of life, connecting to our feelings, maybe reflecting on the past, maybe spending time at home or with family. These types of themes likely the case today. Now with this, we do have Mercury retrograde going over the Sun and Jupiter. So we've had this stellium here this early part of the week. And so another continuation of this, but today particularly playing the role of maybe reconsidering some potentials, reconsidering some opportunities, maybe some new understandings and new perspectives coming out from all of this. And a lot of these ideas maybe needing to be expressed. So along with this, Mars is sextile Saturn. So as a backdrop to all of this, it can be a quite grounded day actually. Really good for productive things and things that do require the slow and steady approach. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. Again, we are using the actual constellations in the sky, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you are new, definitely check out the link down below because this does change things from mainstream. All right, so here is the moon in Cancer, well set here. Likely the theme today around this interconnection. All right, Cancer is said to be the sort of gateway of the soul, so to speak. And so really good time for connecting to our soul, connecting to our feelings, our bodies, and doing things that sort of create this type of environment. So really good to get in touch with our protective side, protecting for ourselves to create that secure environment. Also protecting others through that nurturing and caring quality that can come through with Cancer. So really good here to get into that sort of protective aspect of ourselves, kind of like the shell of Cancer, shell of the crab, which is the constellation here, in order to get in touch with the softer stuff, the insides, right, like the crab. And this is the soul, feelings, emotions, things of this nature. All right, so that's likely the theme today. We are in the disseminating phase of the lunar cycle, so we are still easing up off of a full moon that we had last week. So the energies are high, but they are slowly starting to die down a bit here as we go through the rest of the lunar month. And it's really about taking the insights that we had maybe from last Thursday, Friday, maybe since the last weekend, and continue to implement these things into our life, whether they're ideas, whether they're perspectives, whatever it might be. And speaking of which, this stellium here we have in Scorpio is very much about perspectives. We have the Mercury, the planet of our rational mind, and Jupiter, the creative or imaginative mind, in a conjunction with the Sun, which represents a very vital aspect of our personality and viewpoint as well. So very important here, likely through this, some sort of shift of perspective, new understandings, and from this, maybe some new things that we hadn't seen before. Now, a lot of this is in the context of Mercury retrograde, which does make it particularly about maybe reconsidering some of these things. So an excellent part of the week here to be reconsidering maybe some potentials that we've had, maybe some opportunities, or again, viewpoints, right? How is our worldview? Are we expansive in terms of what we see as possible? Are we connected to that spirit of life, which is Jupiter, that invokes more of those opportunities? You know, are we guided by that spirit for life? And these types of things. And so really good here to expand those worldviews with Jupiter, to reconsider with Mercury, and even with the Sun to express ourselves, right? So with this, there can also be a quite easy time to express ourselves. Maybe again, some of these ideas needing to be expressed could be through writing or communication, or writing things down in terms of planning these ideas or potentials, right? A lot of this kind of stuff needing to be expressed there. All right, so that's the stellium here, and we could notice potentially some new beginnings shaping up for some of us this sort of early part of the week, depending on your personal chart. Oftentimes, conjunctions do represent new beginnings. And so actually what I'll do is down below, I'll put which house this is for each of the signs, so you can see which area this stellium, this new beginning, could be invoking for you. All right, and so that's the most important thing, but as a backdrop to that, Mars is sextiling Saturn, and this is a bit on the minor side, but really good energy to utilize if you want to. It's a sort of opening to use it, and this is a productive energy. Saturn, the planet of taking things slowly and steadily, in harmonious aspect to Mars, which is the planet of getting things done and asserting ourselves, taking action. So we have that slow and steady approach here, really good for productive things, grounded things, responsible things, and just because we're probably feeling a bit responsible and patient and grounded with this sextile here. So good day for those matters as we kind of have this backdrop to this re-evaluation of perspectives and seeing things in a new light or some new beginnings with this stellium. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. The moon will be in harmonious aspect to that stellium, which is nice. Could be moving things forward a little bit. We're also easing up from that square with Mars from yesterday. So I think just generally things kind of moving forward here regarding these new perspectives. Now, the last thing I do want to say about this is that the stellium is in Scorpio. So a lot of this is about our deeper values. I think it's a great time to be aware of these things. What are our deeper values? And what truly matters most to us. And on another level, and you could say a spiritual, psychological level, it's a really good time for inner exploration with Scorpio. All right, so diving deep within ourselves, seeing what are we afraid of? What are our inhibitions? What is stopping us from these potentials, right? A lot of these fears and things that are these kind of karmic cycles that we've built can be broken with this kind of conjunction here. And Scorpio allows us to do that, allows us to see our vulnerabilities, our own fears, so that we can be aware of them and accept them, and then maybe perhaps take action in the face of them. Now again, Mercury's retrograde, so still a lot of reconsideration with this, but nonetheless, at the very least being aware of and accepting any fears, deeper things that we may have that are preventing us from expanding those worldviews, or at least that can help us become more aware of ourselves and integrate more of ourselves, integrate more of our shadow as we accept these aspects of life, these things, these fears, or these aspects of ourself most fundamentally. All right, so really good way of working with that with Scorpio. All right, everyone, so that's the day in a nutshell. Along with that stellium there, we do have, again, that backdrop of Cancer. Theme, though, great day for connecting to the personal aspects of life, soul, feelings, body, creating the protective environment to do that, spending time at home with family, things of this nature, really good with the moon here. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.